Hello and good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sagas of Anima, our collaboratively built Daggerheart setting, and our 11th episode. If you're wondering, hey, what's this story about, and you've missed the previous episodes, go check out youtube.com/CritHitChronicles because we have all of the previous episodes available for you to watch and catch up as you like. Not only that, we've also got episodes from all of our previous current ongoing campaigns as well. So if you're a fan of TTRPG content, then you've come to the right place. Before we begin, Teddy says hello. He is my dog. He is barking at the air. Before we begin tonight's episode, we want to throw it to our incredible cast. We're going to start with Daniel.
Hey everyone, I'm Daniel K. Hargrove, also known as Daniel the DM. I play Brim, the sorcerer / blood hunter of the group. Super excited to be here. I use he, him pronouns. My character uses he, they pronouns. And take it away, LB.
Hello everybody, I'm LB Hackemup, and I'm going to be playing Mare, the Nightmare, the Moor, or Metu, whichever one you prefer. Call her Mare. She is a witch Qatari, and it was revealed last episode. She's still just a little creepy guy, so that's me. I'm gonna pass it over to Danny.
That's me. Hey everybody, I'm Danny. I'm playing Kynell, our Woodkin Druid. I don't know what I feel anymore. What a time to be alive, if at all. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Daryl, take us home.
Hello, I'm Daryl. You can find me all over the place at Mr._Daryl Dorsey, and I will be playing our Juggernaut Brawler Stax. And he was rolling well last episode, so Stax is back. It's no longer merry and fucking up. Back to you, Cujo.
And I am Cujo. I am playing everybody else. So, when last we left our heroes, after discovering that an ancient king, the individual who had witnessed what might very well be the divine hammer up north on the frozen line, witnessing their history in creating the crown city of Thesa, they came to understand that there is a curse that is placed upon their bloodline because they never completed their task of bringing the pieces of the divine hammer together to essentially reform it. After this discovery, the shard that our heroes possess made its presence felt, as it made it very clear that it must be returned because there is work to be done, new life to create. And in this message, the party decided to place the shard in I believe it's the equivalent of a bag of holding, so that it could not directly influence anybody as they continued on their journey. As they began to make their way back up to the royal masquerade, they had heard the sounds of conflict and had discovered a familiar individual that they had encountered in Billow Bay, the Nothing individual who had almost razed this town to the ground when last they met. The plan was simple. One group would distract the Nothing. The others would prepare to make a run for the docks where they would board a ship so that they could escape the city without too much destruction to the environment around them. That worked for a while up until the Nothing managed to catch up to Mare and Stax. Then, through some ridiculous ass rolls, the Nothing was defeated and therefore slaughtered, as everybody had essentially beaten this individual into the ground, no longer fearing this creature's abilities. Immediately afterwards, they made a quick dash for the docks where a ship was to be waiting for them upon request from the Princess of Thesa. And you all had boarded and decided to make your way eastward towards those shores with the intent to then dock and then travel northward towards the frozen few. That is where we left off. So, you all essentially immediately as you make your way to the docks, the dockmaster, a human man, perfectly kept mustache, a little bit of a goatee, fancy hat, turns and sees you, and after a quick exchange and the offer of the ring that Pele had given you, he immediately sets to work in getting the ship ready. And within a few minutes, the ship starts to pull away from the docks just as there's the sounds of guards who have discovered some of the damages left behind from the conflict with the Nothing. The ship's captain, we're going to say that this is going to be a Drakon. They're going to have rough blue scales, clear disturbance in the uniformity, some sort of scars that have set in over time. Every movement is stiff, as you can kind of see that this individual is built on the scars that they have earned on the sea. Their authority is quick, and the deckhands immediately set to work without a second's hesitation. There's honestly minimal communication from the captain as the first mate, and in Furnace, we'll say with a shock of copper-colored hair, golden eyes, quickly shouts commands to the deckmates to continue moving forward. It is here, as you guys have been allowed on deck and shown to the quarters below, and basically been given free rein, that you all are managed to find a little bit of peace after the intensity that was the last, I'd say, probably hour or so. What happens next?
This question is for both Cujo and Daniel, because you know Daggerheart more so than I do. Is there a rule for, like, I'm at half my how is there like a thing for like the level of damage? Oh fuck, is it bad?
You're fading. You're fading.
I believe I understood what you were saying, but yes,
Oh, no.
the connection was getting a little buggy. Do you have Spotify open?
No. I'm gonna close Discord because
Okay.
I don't need it open.
I'm sorry, buddy. Technology, we love it.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, the heat also does affect Wi-Fi. Fun. Does me being at half my XP amount affect my character at all?
Have HP? No. You are up and moving. You're just still bearing some of the injuries from the fight with the Nothing, but mechanically, there's nothing that is factoring in. You still have full range of your abilities.
Okay, I was just wondering how
Daniel, I
I
think
was doing role play.
Yeah, I was gonna say roleplay wise, you could
Yeah.
express that if you wanted to.
I think when we reach the ship and are shown the quarters, Stacks finally realizes how injured he's become, and goes to take a step and it buckles. Like he buckles to a single knee. All right.
I'd say as you like buckle, we'll say like one of the deckhands like sees that and immediately like reaches out a hand, like a dwarf just reaches out. Everything all right?
I just put up I'll just need a moment. My boots untied.
You know, I would say make a presence roll, but this dwarf is like, all right, and then just sort of continues on without issue.
Mare puts her cloak back on and resumes her skulking. Makes sure her hands are dipped in her charcoal so that they are dark again. And she makes her way back onto the deck and finds a corner spot to just like sit so that when somebody walks around the corner, they get startled by her.
It happens a couple times, like over the course of the next couple minutes. Like, we'll say the first one is going to be a a gnome, a very elderly gnome. He sort of comes around the corner. It's clear he's some sort of chef. He's got one of the aprons, got some like fruit juice and whatnot sort of stained on it. As he comes around the corner, he's like, why?
You should be on your toes.
Well, I am now.
Good.
Sort of meanders away. We'll say you get like 2 or 3 more crew members before the word spreads to the rest of the ship that everyone's like, keep an eye on your corner whenever you're going around anywhere.
If Stax is still struggling to get up and move, I think Kynell, if Daryl's still here, comes up behind and puts a hand on his shoulder. It's like, Stax, it would appear you're injured. Would you like to stay with me for a while so I can repair you?
No, my boots untied. I just haven't done it up yet. Just give me a second.
It sounds like you're being stubborn. If you just sit your ass down, I can take care of you.
I don't need to be taken care of. I'm good, but I do appreciate it.
Okay,
You're a good
don't
friend.
say that I didn't ask. Oh, thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
However, I'm injured, so if anyone would like to sit with me, I think Kynell sits like crisscross applesauce on the deck of the boat, and you kind of like touches the deck, and not sure where it comes from, but like a little ring of like grass kind of spawns in, and little like dusts and particles are flying up from it. And I'm going to cast Healing Field, which, if anyone needs it, can heal a hit point, or I can make it 2 if we need to.
Brim would appreciate it, but he is not on the deck. He immediately ran to below deck to whatever private quarters were made available for us.
Well, Brim, perhaps if you're stationed below my ring, it might still work. I don't know if you heard me. He left.
We'll say Ember sort of trots down after Brim.
Oh, I should be very clear because I think I said it when it was going in and out. I said when I was shown the quarters, that's when I buckled. It wasn't. When I
Got it.
Like,
Oh,
as soon
back
as I
then.
felt like I was alone, that's when I was just like, oh.
Gotcha. Oh. Daniel, it's the anime sound. Not the other possible. Anyway.
Nani?
All sounds the same to me.
You should have said Nani.
We'll say at this point, Kynell, you are doing your healing field, yes?
Correct.
Okay. Are you doing it on deck, or are you going to do it below in the quarters?
He would have done it in response to Stack, so if it was in the quarters, that would make more sense.
Okay. Then go ahead with the healing field.
Mhm.
Are you only doing 1 hit point, or are you bumping it up to 2?
I say I'm missing 2, so I can do it at tier 2. Just that's pretty much anyone who wants to sit in there and take that health will also heal 2.
Slowly shuffling over sadly from a corner, still covered in curtain, shielding his massive figure, sitting down next to you.
Yeah, I need some healing.
Please, have a seat, my large friend. And I think that the circle just kind of, the grass opens up a little bit and gets a little bit bigger. Because it's like, oh, I did not make this large enough for you.
Oh,
And it's just, there's enough room for you to kind of sit, but you will take up the rest of that circle if I had to make it bigger.
Appreciate it. Can I can just put it. He just sticks a toe out and puts a large talon of a claw down. Just
I think as long as technically I'm within the area,
I suppose. I've never healed someone as large as yourself right now, Brim. Hopefully it works.
Right. Appreciate it.
Yeah, how are you feeling right now? You seem different.
Really, you noticed?
It's hard not to.
I know that was the joke. That was the joke.
Oh, sorry. I don't comprehend comedy very well right now.
Right. Well, essentially, I don't know how to turn off this phone right now.
Oh. How did you turn it on?
I snapped my neck.
I see. Well, I don't wish to inflict further harm, but would you like to snap your neck again? Maybe the other way?
I don't think so. Well, I feel pent up.
Oh.
Like,
Unfortunately, Tempest isn't here anymore.
What? No, that's not what I meant. No, let me explain. No, you see,
he like takes a curtain. You see, and like parts of like this, like almost like thick armored scale that's across his body, is like glowing and heating up.
it's like my body is taking on all this stress, but it's not going anywhere. Like this energy is building up towards a release. Wait, that sounds worse. No, okay.
Sounds like we're still on the same
energies-
topic.
We're not.
Perhaps you just need to
Puts the shawl back
meditate.
over him.
Relax, take a nap. Perhaps if you just decompress for a while, you'll be okay. And you'll turn back to your regular, non-demon form.
Or we could tie you to a chain and put you in the water.
That might kill him.
trying to
Ember,
meditate.
Ember at this point will like step in front of you, and you just, as your eyes are closed and you're trying to meditate, you just hear and feel the before they eventually like circle and then just fully like onto your lap.
Good dog.
Good girl.
As he starts petting them.
Okay, everybody, so, what's the deal with the frozen few?
It's the equivalent of, how about this weather we're having, huh?
Well, they're said to be
about
a
those
group
Mets?
of maniacs that live in the north that say they fight monsters, but really they're just fighting nothing. That's not what I believe.
As in they're fighting nothing, as in there is no fighting, or they are fighting the nothing as we did.
No, I think that they are fighting monsters. But people believe that they are crazy.
Oh, I understand.
I will
Want
say
to
at this
talk about what happened.
I think kind of looks around the group. Who would like to start?
I think Stax is using the restroom.
Oh,
I guess I'll go first. Well, everything was going as planned. Until we jumped out the window, and I joined the fight, and I don't know, somehow I transformed. Unlocked something inside. I don't know what this is.
You look badass, mate.
Thank you. I was worried. There was a delay in his speech. You said you look, and then there was a long, dramatic pause. And then you said badass, so that's very relieving.
Yes. Something to scare the children.
I don't want to scare kids. Oh.
I hear kids love to be scared. It's a pop culture thing. It brings them joy to be feared. Full? That's a word.
I will say, at this point, as you are having this conversation and the energy continues to ease, Ember is going to perk her ears up and look at like the window that looks out onto the lake. I'm gonna sort of sit up and move over to it. And then when they turn, why do you keep me in a bag? And then they plop down again. A voice has emanated from Ember. I think it's awful rude to keep someone as important as me in a bag. After all, I have the information and answers you seek.
Why are you controlling my dog?
No, your dog was fine with it. We had a conversation. I've learned something, actually. Kynell, I apologize. I should have asked before I sort of piloted your chest plate. That was rude of me.
Should have. Consent is key. I appreciate your apologies. However, my trust levels for you have diminished.
I understand. And I've given you no reason to trust me. In fact, if anything, I've given you reason to fear me, and that is not what I had intended.
Well, it was definitely the outcome. But if you care to explain yourself, I would like to learn more.
Okay. It would help if you could at least just take me out of the bag and just place me on a table. I'm not gonna do anything untoward. No. Okay. Well, forgive me if this is a little difficult. When the hammer struck the ember and it made everything was real chaotic and a little difficult to stomach because so many things wanted superiority over the other, and balance immediately was sort of thrown. You know, the goal of balance was sort of out the window the moment we did the thing. So I guess I'm sort of used to dealing with individuals who immediately try to use pieces of me for their own gain. So I can see that is clearly not the case with you guys, which is heartening for sure. I suppose I'm just here to answer any questions that you might have, see if I can put your worries at ease.
I was less worried before you talked.
Yeah, you took over my dog. That wasn't...
No, I promise. There was a conversation that we had. She's okay. She's actually very comfortable right now.
All right, I'm going to have a conversation with her again about strangers, but fine.
I mean, if you take me out of the bag, I won't have to. You can leave me on a table and I can manifest as something else.
Yeah, we're supposed to keep you hidden.
Oh, yeah,
So that's not
100%,
going to happen.
absolutely. I mean, I know that. Just saying, it's an option.
What master do you serve?
Want me to say Jesus?
Embers.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wait, let me ask you one more thing, one more time.
Ember's expression kind of looks confused. I guess in a way, the being? Is that an answer?
It is an answer.
Well, then that's my answer.
Do you know how many pieces there are of you out in the world that are not with the frozen few?
I know there's more than a couple. I'll probably know more when we get to the rest of the hammer, because then I can sort of take inventory and all of that. But yeah, definitely more than just me. Unfortunately, sorry.
Forgive me for the concern. I know our direction is to take you to the hammer. However, last time we interacted, you were very aggressive, and the tone you're sharing now is not what you had before, which made it very difficult to want to take you to the hammer. Why should we believe that's safe for us at this time?
Well, what I'm about to say might not inspire confidence, but whether you do or don't, you're going to be facing some sort of danger. If you do, then you're going to encounter the id, and that will be difficult. And if you don't, then you're carrying a piece of the shard, or a piece of the hammer, and then others are going to want it, and then there's that. And again, my intensity from before was, I suppose, because again, I was so used to dealing with people that, and individuals and creatures and lives that, required more of a stern, convincing. And I can see that was not the way to do things. I recognize that because you all killed one of the nothing, and that is a mighty feat. So I think that was enough for me to realize that I can speak to you as individuals, and not as children.
I don't know if it's just me, but you keep talking. I don't know if it makes it better. I don't know. No offense.
None taken. Would you prefer visions be the method of communication?
It's not that.
I mean, I am a visual learner.
Okay.
How do I put this? Your very existence is an existential threat to our world. No matter what form you take.
I'm not denying that. I understand it throws many things, many cultures, religions, beliefs, systems into disarray. And while I understand, we also have a job to do. So, not to minimize or brush aside, but all roads do eventually lead back to the hammer.
Yeah, but what if you got a different job? What's the analogy for it? The market's really bad right now. How do I put this? You have a job. You had a first employer, the being, right? Now imagine every other employer available in the market is, either a capitalist or a fascist. It's not good options.
I'm failing to see where this is leading. Respectfully.
Same here.
Oh,
Is
okay.
what we're trying to say.
You mentioned
Okay.
the aid, by the
Yeah.
way. And you all notice Stax was asleep. The mention of the id woke him up.
Yeah.
And what is the all right. I'll be completely forthwith with you, little stone puppy creature. I have no idea what led me to you, but it led me to you, and now you're mentioning things that'll wake me out of my sleep. What is the id, and why does it wake me so?
Okay. The best way that I can explain this, and as they say that, the sound of the waves around you, the easing of the boat fade. As the world around you just dims a little bit. And in the middle of the room, in between all of you, just manifests this beautiful glowing ember. You see some of the flecks of flame coming up. So when the hammer struck and you see the manifestation, a vision of a titanically large hammer, you see it strike this ember, and there's a flash of light, and all of these little motes immediately scatter off of this ember. Dozens and dozens and dozens. The first two creations were hope and fear. And you see that two of these motes, one gold and one purple, just sort of orbit around one another. And it's from them that every other divine was then spawned. Love, greed, happiness, grief, jealousy. Everything started from there, but there was unfortunately a small setback. Balance has to be in place in one way or another, and while the divine immediately struggled against the concept of uniformity, there was another entity that was left behind. And while you see these motes all moving around, you see the space between these motes darken. It just sort of, with this gray sort of glow, almost like you can see a bolt of lightning, but behind clouds. So you just see something move in those clouds, those pockets of darkness. That is the id. The id are not tied to one emotion or another. They are both the absence of and the culmination of all of them. They are chaos incarnate. They are beings of no control, no understanding of emotion, no desires of their own. They are pure chaos. Nothing, unfortunately, are individuals who had come upon some of the id. And through some foul events, the id found a way to pilot individuals on your world, on your waves, in your lands, in your cities. They are known as the Nothing. Through a ritual known as the Breaking, an individual is robbed of their emotions and something steps in to replace them. That replacement is the id. And while this may seem as far-fetched as a myth can be, your own personal experience confirms the dangers of them. And you now see a map of Anima apparate before you. They are many, and they are across your land. And you can see these teeny little dots be placed all over the map. If
Cerebro.
similar, yes. If your world, if Anima is to survive, and the id and the nothing will have to be dealt with. And I believe my purpose upon reuniting with the rest of the Hammer is to ensure that a new world could be created, one that would banish the id from Anima.
What happens to the old world?
The old world remains. You all are allowed to continue as you will, hopefully with a little bit more of a balance without your reality balancing on the edge of a dagger.
Right.
So what
I
you're
agree,
saying is
Stax.
with a snap of your fingers, you're going to change things, get rid of the nothing and the id,
Yes,
and everything
It was
else will
a-
remain the same.
yes.
Can I insight check?
Go
I'd like to
ahead
perceive
and give
this
me.
bitch.
I would like to perceive this, well, individual as well.
Mhm.
It's a female dog.
You would like to perceive this female dog?
Oh, well, it is my dog. It is my.
That's a
Anyways.
17
Go ahead
with
and-
hope.
Bark.
Give me. So is instinct rolls. What was yours, Mare?
17 with hope.
That's a 24 with fear.
Okay. Mare, you pick up a couple of things in how this entity is speaking. It is a little patronizing. It is a little nice but handholdy. And nothing they're saying is necessarily coming across as a lie, but it's more just you're coming into this with a little bit more superiority than I
Mhm.
think you mean to. Brim, you are able to kind of feel yourself, your senses be kind of pulled into the vision, the illusions that are placed before you as you sort of reach back to the initial vision that you had been presented with as well when you had found the shard. And I'm going to say that you're going to take a stress because you are essentially being drawn into the tale that is before you, and you remember the terror of running from the nothing in Billow Bay. You remember the destruction that one individual caused because it sensed and knew that there was something that you all held that it wanted very, very badly. And you sort of piece together in this moment where you're sort of considering everything that's happened so far, that this entity, this shard, as alien as its behavior might be, as unpredictable as its voice may be, it really doesn't have a reason to lie. Because at the end of the day, it is a piece of the divine hammer. And it was a part of the reason that everything you see before you exists.
You see Mayor turn to Brim.
I think he kind of motions for like upstairs, like let's talk away from this shard.
We need to
If you need-
converse.
Of course, I'll remain in the bag. I can't. I mean, only reason I can speak through your adorable puppy is because she's right here. I don't want to. I tell you what. I will return to silence, and if you wish to continue this conversation, simply just reach out, and I will manifest.
You can create illusions at will. Ilora mind. It's a strange act to pretend that you don't need to be in a bag to be present.
I don't really know how to respond to that.
No need to.
As Brim gets up and puts on his shawl.
You actually see Ember, their expression go, all right, well, this was cool. And they go back to being a dog, and you
Come
hear
here.
the
Come here
sounds
right
of
now. What did I
She
tell you about
immediately comes
strangers?
over to you.
What did I tell you about strangers? It doesn't matter if they say they have treats. That doesn't mean they actually have treats.
The ears kind of go back a little.
No, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. I'm just glad you're safe.
Actually,
As he slowly
have-
starts to head up deck.
treats. Okay.
We walk upstairs.
Go
We
for it.
close and lock the door.
Yeah, I think Brim heads to the bow.
Daryl, my love.
Why don't you have
You're good,
cord,
you're good.
my
You-
dude? Why are you on Wi-Fi right now? That's what I need to know. Do I need to buy you an Ethernet cord?
I always have been. The
Have
actual
been
port is
on Wi-Fi,
downstairs, and that
or
is also why.
got it.
Yes, I've always been on Wi-Fi. The port is downstairs.
They make really long cables.
They do. They do. Mine's in the other room. Right.
Really?
Anyways, another room.
Continue.
I've been in the South too long. All right.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Jesus, Danny.
You scared him.
The Wi-Fi got scared of how insane that Ethernet cable is.
Long cable.
Mm.
Long
So we
cable.
moved to the bow of the ship. What you're saying?
Yeah, I think Brim just wanted to go there to clear his mind out of everything, and didn't get a chance to because he rushed towards the bottom of the ship, and I think he's just overlooking it and looking at leaving the city behind. And yeah, it's just kind of this sort of solemn moment as he's standing there big and transformed with his dog, who's supposed to be in hell right now. And I think you just see him there, and he's the sigils that are on his tongue. He's like moving them around magically.
What's your money go to?
Okay, all right, there we go.
This new form isn't something you should be afraid of or shameful of.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be of it. Exactly.
I hide who I am and what I am because that is the easiest way to make people afraid. Obscuring facts is always scarier than a big hulking form.
I think I'm concerned because there are even more depths of my capabilities that I'm not aware of.
If it were me, I would embrace these. They have not caused any problems for you as far as blowing things up yet. And even if that is the case, you are strong and smart enough to control them.
Thanks, Mayor. Listen, if the whole nightmare thing doesn't work out, there's a very strong career waiting for you, writing complimentary cards. That was a joke. I don't know if my jokes are coming across in this form. That was the second time I said a joke and no one laughed. All right.
Have you ever heard me laugh, Brim?
No, I'm working on it though.
Good luck.
I appreciate the vote of confidence. Is this your first time away from, or being this far? From the woods, from home?
I have been on boats before, Brim. But not since I left. Do you want to talk about my heritage?
I mean, I wasn't gonna be the first person to bring it up, but I think, I understand your investment in all this. And I think the past is complicated. And you don't have to share anything more if you don't want to.
No. I don't think I need to. I think you heard all of my dirty laundry.
Well, like you said, maybe it's not something to be afraid of.
I'm not afraid, I think. I think I have concern for my father and my family. I've thought about going back like this and taking over, taking my place. I don't think it's for me. That's why I left.
Well, the decor would definitely have to change.
Yes. More skulls.
Most certainly.
Bones. Blood.
Why didn't you
tell them.
Who?
Your family, after all this time, that you were, well, around in a different way.
When I left, it was maybe not a spur of the moment decision, but very quick one. And I have so many siblings. I didn't think it would matter. I just wanted to be left alone. I wanted to scare the villagers. I wanted to feed my god. But now I'm pulled back. There's more to do. More stakes. And now that my sister and my brother know that I am still alive, I suppose I can use that to my advantage to continue my work.
That is true. So I guess that brings us to the shard-shaped elephant in the room.
Yes. I will motion for the other two if they aren't standing close enough to be listening in.
I think Mare knows enough that Stax is constantly listening,
Yeah.
whether or not he's pretending isn't paying attention.
So was the bag with the shard left in the room, or was it taken upstairs?
It was left, right?
I assume it was probably left if the idea
Yeah.
was to disconnect enough to have a conversation without it.
Yeah.
I put it in such a way. I would say that because it's Stax's bag, he put it in such a way that a wayward crewmate wouldn't just come in and be like, "Hey, what's in this bag?" He did like finagle it and put it underneath a mattress so you wouldn't directly see, or at least underneath a sheet, and pressed it against a pillow so it just looks like a part of the pillow.
Okay, then, yeah, I assume Canal's like kind of by the door going downstairs, almost like he doesn't want to walk away, but fingers kind of intertwined, like, okay.
The beckoning finger calls
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Okay. Oh, do we wish to talk? I'm coming.
But are you breathing fast?
So, the shard. It's quite a lofty promise. It has.
Yeah, I don't trust the whole new world, old world portion of the speech. When I hear that, I hear fully decimating everything else for what's come to. Oh yes, it can say, oh yes, you'll all get to live your life. Again, what reason does it have to lie? But when I sit and think about it, and it's aggravating when I have to do that. So you know I'm being serious.
Yes.
There's so
But-
much in the air about this, and I'm just a guy that one day said I'm going to walk in this direction, and here I am. So I have to think maybe I was always meant to come here and find it, but there's so much, there's a fucking heft to it that I don't rightfully think I'm prepared for. And with the amount I've been fucking up lately, I don't know if I'm the right bloke to be a part of it. No, I am the right bloke to be a part of it. I'm Stax.
Exactly. Stax, you actually have
Sorry.
no choice but to be a part of it. None of us do. We, from the moment we decided to go on this journey, we are a part of its consequences.
And
So-
to be honest, if you think about it, what have we done? negatively besides just trying to figure out what to do. Everything else has just been coming at us. It's almost like there's some malevolent fucking creature with an undercut and and some glasses throwing shit at us every time we try to do the right thing.
In my defense, I did destroy a wall and a curtain, so that is technically something I did wrong.
It is true. And Lady Mare vandalized the mayor's home. And you took part in a legal fight pit. So there are things that we have done wrong.
Was it
I'm talking about in
illegal?
regards to this. Also,
Oh.
completely, and also, was that an illegal? Was it illegal? No, that was legal. It was
No,
fully
it
legal.
was-
I was not.
Oh, what a strange town.
We had to sign W-2s.
Damn. Not a
Yeah.
10.
Apologies.
10.99 miss.
Yeah, well,
I missed that part of the introduction. We were too busy shopping in town.
Yeah, we had to report that. They gave us a copy of
If I
Oh. Then perhaps
If I
tax
may.
evasion is included in that list of
it
things.
counts as income. It's part of his sole proprietorship.
if I may, you all entered Billow Bay. The two of you saw
I
a fight
declare
pit
7
run
votes.
by a crazy little gnome with wiry hair and intense looking eyes that went, "You want to fight?" And that was essentially how the conversation went. Whether it was legal,
Well,
yeah.
I
Questionable.
understand your point, though.
Regardless.
Also, I mean, we got the goat though, so we won. Any fist bumps, bro.
Yeah.
It's nothing legal. There's nothing illegal about winning, is there? Is there?
Well, that's a deeper question. But Lady Mare, you were saying.
Regardless, we have to decide what we want to do. I think the bigger question will be how many shards are left. Because if this is not the final piece, the consequence will be far less than if it is.
Which, no, you first, Connell.
I was gonna say, Chronicler, this is Danny. When we saw the map,
Hi,
you said
Danny.
hi. You said there were a lot of lights of the other shards. How much is a lot?
oh, let me clarify. The other lights that you'd seen, the small pinpricks that were on that map, they weren't shards.
Mm.
Those were the nothing.
Oh, fun.
The conversation of where the other shards are, the question has yet to be
Completely.
asked.
Okay.
I asked. He said there were some. He doesn't know until we get there.
Right.
You asked it. Yes, that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm paying attention, Kudo.
Of course.
Oh, sorry, my Wi-Fi got really weird. Hold on, let me fight with it for a second.
Oh no, my Wi-Fi's getting crazy.
So
Totally
just,
funny to you all, because for me, you were all clear as a bell.
Oh,
Well, that being said, I didn't. Like Stax said, it had no reason to lie. Everything it said seemingly was the truth, but the truth in context of reality is different. When the shard rejoins with the hammer, there could be more pieces. Or that could be the last one. If there are more pieces, eventually all of this will come to light. More people will find out, and an arms race will begin to collect the shard pieces.
So, crazy idea. What if we, I don't know, start? I mean, if we continue to go into underground fight pits and collect more and more gold, perhaps we can start an organization completely based around finding and keeping these shards away from the powers that be. Not for power,
Right.
not for power's sake, but for
You're talking about forging some sort of fellowship of the shards that'd be united in finding the shards and then returning it to the mountain that the hammer has been placed inside of. And then maybe unforging
like a league
the hammer.
that seeks justice. We avenge all those harmed by the nothing in pursuit.
I need my support Appa after that comparison because, not gonna lie, definitely didn't put any of that together in my mind when I was coming up with that.
So, okay. Option 1, Stacks is promoting the fellowship. A group of individuals
Not
who would
what I
find
said at all, but
remaining pieces of shards and take on the responsibility of figuring out what to do with it and the hammer.
or at least secreting it away so that
Right.
those of more untoward,
Right.
malevolent things, well, the nothing, to be put specific, cannot get their hands on it.
Option 2, that the shard presents. We bring the shard to the hammer. It forges a new world and banishes the nothing and the id to that new world, and everyone lives happily ever after with no consequences. Option number 3, my proposal. We find the hammer and we banish it to another realm. And we try to find our own way to get rid of the it and the nothing. That way, there is no arms race, because there is no hammer to be completed. But then, there is war for the balance of this world with the it.
Yesterday, actually not just yesterday, a week ago, I was just traveling city to city and punching people for money. I imagine you were just being a guest speaker at some college, right? And Mare was scaring people in a bog.
No, I was,
And also Kynell was there.
I was on a boat. I was leaving the life that I was living, giving speeches and such. And then I met Tempest along the way. And now I'm back on a boat, leaving behind the person I found when I came here. But
you know what's wonderful about passion, mate? You found something you're passionate about. It will always lead you to the right course of action. At least it's worked for me. But then again, I can't have him. Yeah. So, I like your idea. Man, you seem aggravated, more so than usual. At least when I speak.
I would like to go back to my swamp. I think I need to talk to my god.
The frog?
He is only a part. True fear is much worse.
Right. Well, we can pick up this conversation in the morning and figure out what our other options are.
Actually, I'd like to know what Carnell thinks about all this.
Oh, thank you, Stax. I appreciate being included. I not necessarily fear, but what would amount to what I felt in fear. This world having no emotion, having been wiped clean, sounds like something that would be unsustainable for most. Though it's terrible and sad, I think without those feelings, we can't see the bright side in what feels good. And at this present time, I can't quite relay what those feelings are. I have a history now, a memory of what that once was. And I hated it, I despised it, and I wish to never feel it again. But at the same time, I think if we take the shard to where it's meant to be, perhaps find the other shards, and ultimately remove the id in the way the hammer wishes to do, we might be ridding the world of more than just the id, perhaps removing something that we need to thrive. There's an interesting thought behind banishing the hammer. I think in a world where we've been created by it, trying to remove it sounds almost blasphemous, but perhaps making our own way forward with our own thoughts, fears, and hope is what is correct for us. If that's to make any sense.
It actually does. You pointed out something I never thought of before. The shard said it wanted to bring balance, but completely purging this world of the id and the nothing. That absence. Doesn't that directly defy balance?
Correct. It would seem like it sets this world up to be entirely hope-based, which, though that sounds pleasant on paper, I believe it takes away, as you said, balance. And I'm sure Lady Mare very much would like to have, maybe not so much the balance. I'm sure Lady Mare would prefer it be all fear-based, but I don't think this society can move on if we don't continue to aim for that balance.
I mean, if everything's fear-based, then there's no actual fear. If everything's happy, there's no actual happiness.
I suppose
Curious
that's correct.
thought. What if because it's a piece of the hammer that created everything, this just happens to be the piece that wants this? Especially if it's all a culmination of consciousness. This one has consciousness, it has thoughts, it has feelings, but it's also constantly learning. Maybe this is just the one piece that wants this thing that it's pitching.
An interesting idea.
Yeah, it's a lot of things going on now.
So,
Yeah, this is why I don't normally try to say brain stuff.
Stax, that's actually brilliant.
I'm aware, that's why I try not to say it.
Oh, no. And I think you see... But if we were to... No, that'd be too dangerous.
please, Brim, what are you thinking?
I can't suggest it because it'd be too dangerous.
I
May
mean,
put everyone at risk.
you had me at I can't.
Everyone here or the world?
By the way, every time Stax says something, you hear a small squeak because his rib is fully piercing his lung.
Stacks, go sit
like
in the
to go-
circle, please.
Are you whistling too? You're
One
like
of
the
his
old man from
eyes
Family
is
Guy?
just completely red. Like the white of his eyes is completely red, and it's just purple and
God,
friendly.
block that blood vessel.
Sex. Your lips are turning purple. You need to go see a healer.
I tried.
Good.
He did not want any help.
I think he.
I'll take a nap later. It'll be fine.
Brim ends up saying, the immediate danger would be to Kainel. And then the rest of the world would be in danger.
Do you care to expound?
The Shard, well, you and the Shard, were joining. Assimilating into one another.
Correct.
Feeding off of each other's emotions and presence. If you both were to converge into one being, the possibilities of that being able to give us an ally with full control over the hammer that could dismantle it, rid of it, or give us a tool to possibly combat the id. There's a lot of options that could become available, but it's too dangerous.
You cannot wield this power. It is too great for any one of us. It is not a weapon. It is a curse.
And we have to keep in mind, you all, any form of convergence or assimilation between the two of you would not be on equal footing. The Shard is an entity, a being with millennia of knowledge placed into a singular instance. And it will use your infancy and emotion and toy with you and try to mold you in the image it sees fit. Because keep in mind, the Shard, and in the state that we find it, is still not at its full potential. It is holding back. Again, because I do not have a spell to banish this hammer. I don't.
Don't even have a spell that banished the damn shard of the hammer. And who's to say how many other shards are out there?
Exactly.
This one was happenstance. Or so we say, or so we think.
Even with these powers, I don't even know if there's anything in the hells that can unmake or seal this. My flames are hot, but not that hot. We're essentially building the train tracks as we're riding across them.
I understand having foresight for this plan is impossible at the moment. But I believe, without trying, there is no succeeding. And though this shard has far more power over hope, fear, and nature than I do, I believe an attempt at fusing ourselves and using the power of the shard, if not more so the hammer, could bode in our favor.
Are you saying that because you have the confidence in your ability? Or because you miss what it feels like to cry, to love, to feel?
Currently, I can't miss feelings. I'm not constructed to miss them.
You're not constructed to, but you yearn for it. You feel empty.
Perhaps.
And now I'll remind you, mate, you were given autonomy.
Correct.
Before you took that shot into yourself, you were already feeling things. I think
we
it just
forgetting?
expedited what was already growing.
The warnings of the shard. The warnings that we ourselves said at the beginning of this mission. That people
No.
would use this power. And they would try to do great things with it. And it would corrupt them.
That's what I'm trying to say, Kana. That longing, that yearning, it will use it and twist it. And it will be far less kind than I am being in this moment about it.
I think Kainal turns and looks at the staircase back to the quarters, knowing down there is where we have the shard sitting. Then, if my spirit is currently not strong enough to take on that of the shard, there's no better time to start training than now. Though my prime objective has always been to protect nature, my autonomy has made sure that I want to make Talia happy. And in doing so, that is making sure that I do what I wish. And I wish to save everyone. And if there's anything I can do that takes us in the step towards that, and has the potential of sacrificing my life, I'd much rather do that than not do anything at all. Plus, I find it difficult to see a world where I hurt my friends.
The great powers do much. You don't know what you'll do.
I do not.
Autonomy is new to you, mate. Passion is still new. You haven't discovered it yet. In this instance, you're infant. Give it time. You'll get there. I feel this shard. Though I know what you just said. The shard itself hastened what was already happening.
Correct. And if we wish to hasten it more so I can be prepared for this potential world-ending event, I think the longer we stall, the more deadly the outcome will be.
So I think we are all in agreement that the best ideal thing is that the
I take
hammer,
the shard inside myself. No, yeah, what you said.
that hammer is no longer in our world, and that we find a means to deal with the id. If we cannot find a spell before we reach the hammer, we may have to consider that the only thing that can banish or unmake the hammer is the hammer itself.
Well,
And
that's
now we
still
must
the
find out.
nothing.
And now we must find out how to use the hammer. Both against itself and perhaps against the nothing.
So to use the hammer, we'd have to find the other pieces.
And to find the other pieces, we must take the shard to the hammer. It seems like our line's been drawn in the sand, and it makes very clear
And
what
at
we need to
least
do.
two. And I honestly think only 2 of us will be alive long enough to see that through. He kind of looks at Kindle. He's just like, it's you and me.
Oh. Thank you. My survivability must be higher than most of the group.
I'm alive as long as Passion's alive, so as long as that doesn't die out. But on a serious note, Carnell, I would never let you sacrifice yourself for me, mate.
I appreciate
And I
that.
would not have any of you fall for me.
And though I share the same sentiment, at the end of the day, if it's required, I will do it. And I'm sure you can understand that, Stax. Probably more so than anybody else here.
At the end of the day, if it's required, I'll do it.
Okay, while we're all thinking about our theoretical self-sacrifice, let's continue focusing on more concrete plans while we're alive.
Right.
So we'll sail as far as we can towards the Frozen, and then we'll head up that way. And deliver the shard? Is that what I'm understanding is the plan?
We find where the hammer is and find out whatever else we can about the hammer, where it's kept, before we make any decisions.
And for all we know, the hammer might start talking to us too and be like, hey, that's old take over the world over there. Put it back with us and it'll stop trying to take over the world.
Hopefully. I hope it has the nicer voice and not the mean one.
I don't
The
know
one
if
that
you all
Bryn's
recall,
been
but it
doing?
is what drove my ancestor insane.
The frog? Every single time you bring up anything involving their past, he automatically goes back to the frog.
That probably has to deal with the wealth of knowledge inside of it. That'd be my best guess.
And
If
that's
this
so
is-
we are stronger than him.
If this was something meant for being beyond all comprehension of creation to wield, it doesn't bode well for most mortal kind. Then again, there are creations that we haven't sought the counsel of yet.
Such as...
There are more divine out there than the ones that are hunting us.
I cannot talk to any of them.
Okay, so let's say our journey takes us to the hammer. We make it there. Yes, there are immediate, drastic decisions that we could make. Or if we can, when we get there, we can try to find a way to buy ourselves more time. And I know a place very far west, a conservatory that might be able to give us more information of divine that we could speak with, that might be more favorable. Maybe knowledge from something older than us, created by this can give us more guidance. But knowing where the hammer is and keeping the shard is key.
If we arrive and it is not the final piece, I think we should leave it. I think we should return it. Because carrying it is dangerous. And maybe Kynell can grow strong enough to keep it at bay. But that will not happen in the day's journey that it will take us to get there. And I will not risk using this shard as a weapon. I don't want to use it as a weapon at all, because that is the thing that it is warning us about. That is the thing that we decided was a bad idea at the beginning of this mission.
Agreed.
And if we do not return the piece as a more selfish reason, my father will die.
All right. Well, lucky for you, Kynell, I am a counselor, so we can start working on some therapy to help you grow more accustomed to your emotions.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll take extensive notes.
And also lucky for all of us.
I don't think you're the one that's...
He'll take notes on it. That's so Brim and Kynell. Stack says that.
Oh, that's the...
I mean, also, if we're also just hunting for shards, this one just kind of made me walk in this direction. So the next time I just kind of get an inkling to leave, I probably might just go in the direction of a shard. So there's also that. I don't know. I'm very injured, so I'm losing it a bit.
Stacks, the healing circle is in the quarters. Would you please go down there and sit in the circle?
I will be okay.
I don't think you are. Unless you're really trying to be a pick-me at this time, you keep complaining about your pain and then choose not to do anything about it. I cannot resolve this issue for you. I think this is what rage is, and I'm understanding it very well.
I don't want to use your magic. I'll heal on my own. I don't need your magic.
That will take much longer if you just use the healing circle and be done.
Go.
Frustration. Well,
Don't mind me.
as our heroes continue on their voyage, it is here we're going to take our 10-minute break. So, for those in chat, thank you so much for tuning in. Give us a little bit to do the bio break stuff. For you at home, get yourself a snack, get yourself some water, take your medicine if you haven't, and we'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Be right back, everybody.
Woo.
Golarion is a world in metamorphosis. Old gods lay slaughtered, their bodies raining blood that feed the mortals, while false gods return from their crypts. The spirit of different nations combusts in warfare, as antiquated ideals of order are challenged by new ideas. The future of all tips back and forth, while fate struggles to see through haze-choked horizons for what is to come. In Belkzen, one man dares to defy his people's past, a past that haunts every soul and nightmare of the Orcish people across all of Golarion. Some can hear it coming, hear the wind whispering of a forgotten tyrant, now returned. Ardax the Whitehair, welcomes one and all to a lavish festival, but behind these invitations lies a passionate and desperate need. The need for unity, the need for peace, the need to change the fate of all kin and their holds, or else. Chaos is but a choice of an action. The future, a child begging to be born. When what lies ahead of you wears a faceless mask, gather your wills and forge through the Destiny's path.
Thank you for that gif. Welcome back, everybody. So, quick couple notes for our heroes. This voyage is going to take about a day and a half to reach the eastern shore. With that being said, you have downtime available to you. If you want to make decisions on what downtime activities you want to do over the course of the rest of this voyage, let me know. If there's any small scenes you guys have in mind or quick touch bases, let me know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think as soon as Stax walks away from this conversation that we just had, Mare, like, puts her hand on her mask. And then she says to Kynel and Brim, somebody's going to need to talk to him. He had quite an ordeal in the dungeon, and I think he's feeling inadequate. You're muted, love.
Well, but I mean, he likes you, so maybe you should, or I could, we could, or they. Okay, I'll speak to him.
Sounds good. I'd offer, but I don't think Stax listens to me. I've been trying to heal him for the last 3 hours.
I think his problem is that he wants to heal on his own because he feels he has failed and he doesn't deserve your healing.
I'm sorry. That's stupid.
I didn't say it was intelligent. I said that's what he was doing.
I'm glad we're on the same page. Yeah, Brim, if you would like to talk with him, please. Or I can. Whichever makes you feel more comfortable. You were bragging about your therapist, whatever.
Yeah,
Yes,
go talk to
yes, you
Stax.
can. Yeah, you know, you were talking about your emotional stability or whatever it was earlier, and writing down notes as I talk.
Yes.
So you might just be more well-rounded to talk with Stax, but I wouldn't mind watching.
I should do it in private.
I understand. Just make sure you write down everything you say so I can learn later.
Confidentiality.
I see. Emotions are weird. Yes, Mayor.
Perhaps you and I should talk.
Okay.
His voice cracked when he said that.
I swallowed my Fresca and my throat like had that little mini cough, so it was all just like, okay. No robot voice on, just died through it.
Heard.
Sure, we can have a conversation.
Who would like to have their scene first?
I'll do ours first because I need someone to type the CW into the chat. The trigger warning. So yes.
What message me separately? How about that? And then we'll just make sure we're on the same page. Hey, everybody watching at home, safety is important. Do safety checklists and have safety tools at your tables, please. Thank you.
Meanwhile, thank you guys for watching. If you're enjoying, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube for all the other great content like Bitten and Shadow over Baldur's Gate and the upcoming. Yeah, you announced. Making sure you announced the one that I know exists. I'm like, wait, that was announced, right?
Damn, we found our Tom Holland of the group.
I didn't say it yet. You announced it, right?
He dies. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Kidding, of course.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. Okay. Got it.
Okay. It is in the chat.
Okay.
When Brim walks back into the room that Stax is in, you see, once again, he is shirtless. But you see him standing straight up. He brings his right arm under his own rib cage from the outside and pulls out, and you hear the crack of his rib resetting itself. And then once again he drops down to his knee, and you just hear as he spits up a gout of blood as he's just pulled his rib out from his pierced lung, reset it. And now the squeak is gone whenever he breathes and speaks. What the? Why?
Knock, knock, knock.
Why?
Knock, knock.
I thought you were speaking upstairs.
We finished. So,
I thought you were staying.
No. Someone needed to check in.
No, you didn't.
And I think Brim tries to find a place to sit, but doesn't quite fit anywhere. And then just kind of sits on the floor.
Blaming yourself will only take you so far. If I was brave enough, strong enough to speak up to the administration about Hollowwind, then maybe he wouldn't have been there in the mausoleum. Maybe. And who knows how many people have been harmed and shunned and pushed aside because of my inaction. I can't quantify it. You're not used to failure, are you, Stax?
I'm not used to failure when it actually matters. That's the difference. If I'm on my own and I mess up, who cares? Stax does what Stax does. But I had all of you following me. And that wasn't Stax. That was Marion. Marion's just a guy. Marion's just a guy who got told one day you're the embodiment of passion. And eventually you'll have to be passion. But I prefer to be Stax. Stax doesn't mess up. Stax does what he will. Stax goes to and fro. And when I play that part, I am fucking aces, mate. You saw it in that hallway. But underneath it all, I'm still Marion. I'm still the person my parents raised. Up until this manifested, and he gestures towards his eyes, the purple and the gray. I'm not the first, but passion can be a curse too. Much like holding the shard was for Carnell. Sometimes being me can be very fucking hard, mate. And I prefer it if no one sees it.
You're wrong, by the way. You said that when you're alone, no one else gets hurt. That's not true. You're hurting Marion. You carry yourself in two halves. How could you ever feel whole? Identity is fluid. You are who you choose to be, and that is all that matters. But the more that you treat the past as shackles, instead of treating it as a canvas onto which you get to paint again, you deny yourself the greatest gift that you can possibly give yourself. And that is the freedom to express yourself in every way possible. You cannot live under performance as a character, as Stacks. You may be Stacks, but be Stacks the person, not Stacks the character. Because a character is a set of ideals and expectations. It's no different than living under the ones that were set forth by your parentage. That's expected of you now. You've just changed the image.
Before you sounded like my dad, Cash. Now you sound like my mom. Both are the highest compliments that I can give you, mate.
I appreciate it, but all wisdom of mine can be attributed to my mother's. I was originally supposed to be a seraph. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it.
I have no fucking idea what I was supposed to be. But you chose your path, right?
I did. I was in training. That's where I became a counselor. I understood emotions. Treated veterans, sailors, wayward souls wandering, searching, trying to find themselves. At the same time, all I was doing was walking a path that was set for me. I followed my passion for magic, my affinity for the Hellfire, and that led me to the conservatory. But I did what was comfortable and fell back onto a path that was laid before me again.
So in a way, there's two brims as well. The one they wanted you to be and the one you wish to be. Is Brim currently still in his
He is still in his devil form. He has not met the conditions to revert back.
I gotta ask, is this the version you wish to be? Because as I said before,
I genuinely
ass.
have no clue what this is, and I really need to speak to my mothers about this.
Tempest is gonna fucking love it, mate.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's little hellfire blushes.
Anyways,
My man.
what I'm trying to say is that counseling is very important, and your identity is fluid, and you can be whatever you want to be. I believe in you.
Jesus. I chose a good tag team partner.
Always. Oh, I wanted to try this.
And he pulls up a stool and he goes,
Okay.
You really want to do that?
I just wanted to see how strong this form is.
All right. But I do warn you. And Cujo, please end it when I say this line. I do warn you. I'm Stacks.
I do want to try to roll for it.
Okay, yes, roll it. I felt like it was good cinematically to end it on that line, but yeah, let's roll for it. We're rolling pure strength.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless you're going over the top, in which case it would be a finesse roll.
Hold on, where's my hat? I gotta turn it backwards. Over the top. Not a Stallone crowd, huh? All right.
I just in mimicking that, my wrist hurt for like 2 seconds. That sucked. I actually hurt my wrist.
That is a 21 for me.
Hold on.
Oh wait, this isn't. I get to add incredible strength, so that would be a 23 for me.
What's 9?
If I burn the stress, I'll burn the stress for this.
I missed it by 1. That's a 22.
Oh.
Yeah. That's cool.
There's definitely a moment where like as you're like in the middle of this battle, the air like charges around you. Like for some reason there's the whole like anime like through the air around you. Like the stool that your elbows are on like dents in just from the pure power being on display before Stacks eventually.
I will say, when he wins, immediately turns away.
Okay.
Because being a creature of passion, a lot of his relationships are cultivated in the moment, and then he moves on to the next thing that he's passionate about. This is probably the first time in his life that he's sending me shit on Instagram that that he's acknowledged this is an actual friendship. He has friends, but he's been the friend that's just like, I'll dip in, be a good time for a little bit, then I'm going to go do something else. And so he immediately turns away because he starts crying a little bit. And he's never cried. I'm leaking.
Oh my god, Woody.
All right. Well, that was fun. I
Yeah,
have to go find my dog.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah. My ribs resetting, so sorry.
Right. I'm gonna go find my dog, and I will be back with a bucket and a mop, so you can clean up your blood next to the
Yeah.
bed.
Since we're talking about adventure, can you tell Mare that I would like to speak to her at some point?
Sure, sounds good.
Thank you. Go away.
Right before we pass the next scene, you step out and you do see Ember like by the stairs, and they like look at you like,
Oh God. No.
and they just dart, just run away.
Zoomies on a boat.
Yep.
Me trying to put a pamper on the fucking Maltese we have now. Like, sit the fuck still.
Let's shift to Mare and Kynel. You two, I believe, are still on the deck unless you have changed location.
Yeah. I think there's a bit of silence from Mare, who kind of just... I think she sits up on, like, that pointy thing that sticks out in front of the ship.
The mast.
Not the mast. The mast stands up. The thing that's, like, points out at the front.
The goat.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on the goat.
That's Luffy Spike gonna get pissed.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting cross-legged facing you, eyes glowing through the mask.
Well, Lady Mare, you wish to speak. However, you're just staring at me. What would you like to discuss?
Well, I was thinking that it might be good to talk about what you went through.
Okay. What would you like to know?
You had a surge of emotion. You felt fear, and I assume other things, and then that was taken from you.
Correct. Yes, the fear was very overwhelming. In a previous state, I didn't want to move. I felt as if I was paralyzed in that fear. I felt some nausea. I felt confusion. I felt a little bit of pride as we won the encounter, but after that, when the shard was taken out of my chest, it was almost like I was factory reset.
And do you feel like you are missing that now?
Missing it emotionally or physically?
Intellectually.
To some capacity, yes. I've evolved to a state past what I currently am, and I no longer have that. Although I don't know if it makes me stronger or weaker to not have those emotions.
Makes you less vulnerable.
Correct.
Do you feel anything now?
No. I'm back to my original state, where I'm just programmed to do as I wish.
Nothing. You were starting to feel before that happened.
I think now I have an understanding of what fear is, and I can compute what that is, but my internals no longer feel warmth or that discomfort that I had before. But I understand it, so if someone around me was to express fear, I have a level of empathy that I can connect with.
I suppose that is good. Do you want it back?
And Kynel kind of just looks at the ground for a second and like isn't really sure how to respond. I don't know. Part of me says yes, though it was petrifying and uncomfortable to have that fear. I do like the idea of understanding more of what everyone else goes through every day. But it does feel like a weakness, having those emotions clouding my brain, making me not be able to do things or make me want to press forward with things that are beyond my capabilities. There's a bravery to it, having feelings, and I don't know that I wish to carry that on. But once again, I do feel somewhat incomplete.
I think that emotions are very powerful in our world. They allow people to do many things. Some bad, some will make you cower. They will make you do terrible things to the people you love. And some will make you numb to everything else. But there are good emotions. Or, I guess that's not the right phrase. There are emotions that will allow you to do more. For me, fear is one of them. It allows me not only power, but motivation. It allows me to go beyond what I am. Not just because I am connected to it, but when I first felt it, it made me feel alive for the first time. But I also understand that fear is not the only. If you choose to explore more emotion, hear, hope, and passion are great motivators as well. It's just how you let it become part of you.
Yes, I do wish to have those feelings again. However, I understand that my feelings came from the shard, and though they may be skewed to some capacity, even if I was to reobtain them, eventually it will be separated from me again, once we complete our task. So I wonder if it's better not to take part in the powers that the shard give me, and just complete our mission and go on as I am.
I don't think the shard is the only way that you can gain this ability. You are more than anything I've ever seen of your kind.
Perhaps. I don't believe I have the knowledge in which to bring forth those emotions. Nothing that feels true. Something that feels more binary, and that is an understanding, much less than a feeling. But perhaps you're right. Perhaps you're wrong. I currently don't have the answer for that.
And it is very good that we have someone very smart with us. But I think that there are many options for you. One of which is to welcome one of the gods into you.
Perhaps. I don't think I want the fear god, so we'll have to go to different places of worship, unfortunately.
As much as I would like to corrupt you, I think you're beyond me now.
That is not something I ever would have expected you to say, Lady Mare. I
Don't
believe
tell
I
the
am
others.
touched. Of course, your secret is safe with me. Perhaps I shall explore some other deities and see what emotions they could possibly give me. Hopefully something warmer.
Well, perhaps if you speak with Brim, since I am handicapped in a way, you'll be able to get a better idea of the things, and maybe he can describe the feelings to you and see which is most appealing to you. I think nurture, personally.
Nurture. I will look into it. I will ask Brim when I can. I believe we have a therapy session later this evening.
Good. Try not to make him too uncomfortable. He will get off topic and he will end the session.
Oh, I'm sure he would. But hopefully, he can stand strong just like I will.
Physically, yes. Emotionally. I must ask if there's nothing else you want to talk about with your emotions.
I believe I'm solid. Go ahead.
The revelation of my history. Does this bring any complications for you?
No, none whatsoever. I believe it gives me an identity of who you are in the past and why you may be so distant with others. But as far as completing our task or being a part of my party, none. I am content.
And do you have any troubles with keeping that secret?
No, I've kept most of our secrets most of the time, except when I open my chest, but that's because I need to obtain things, and I guess we should find another place to put things. That's why it's good that it's in... I guess it's good that it's in the bag in which Stacks carries.
Yes.
Yeah,
sack.
chat. We were gonna say Stacks is sack. Yeah.
I saw it. I saw
Yeah.
it.
I think you hear a,
It got right here and then no.
I think you hear a as
That could
Brim's
be either one
slowly
of them.
jogging up the stairs. Okay. Mayor, Stax would like to see you, if that's all right. Also, he's better. Well, he threw up blood, but he's better.
Are you sure he wishes to see Mara, not me? I could make another healing circle.
I'm sure, and also everything's fine. Secure. The shard is in Stack's sack. So,
Let's not talk about it out in the open on the deck.
oh, right, sorry.
A couple shipmates are like, listen, I don't know what they're up to, but they keep talking about one of their friends' sacks, and I'm staying far away from that. The other guy's like, why are you listening in on their conversations? It's kind of shitty.
Right. Perhaps we should think about dinner at some point.
Sounds good. We've got quite a travel ahead, but
We'll be traveling east and then north, so we will need provisions. Did he
Perfect.
mention sex? Is that why you were running?
no,
He mentioned sex, and that's why you were running.
no. Sorry, I thought you said sacks.
Oh, sacks? We keep talking about those this evening.
No, I genuinely thought that's what you said. I'm not trying to bring it up again. You switch accents often, so I was like, oh, wait, this is an accent thing. But no, you specifically said sex. No.
Are you lying?
I'm not lying. He legit looks around at Emperor. I'm not lying. There's no one to vouch for him but his dog. And he's just like, I know it.
No.
I can't. I don't know.
Go ahead, have a seat with the dog. Mayor, you go talk to Stacks.
Right.
Brim, teach me to nurture. I think he just sits on the floor and looks up at you.
All right. It's just I'm in this form. No one understands what I'm saying. Everyone can't tell
I
I'm
understand
joking.
clearly.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just assumed that was your comic relief not being very good.
Oh.
Mayor
Stand up
walks
is challenging.
Stand up.
Profound sadness. All right. Who's next? I think Mayor is heading to talk to Stacks, so go for it.
The door opens, it creaks, and she chop, 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 chop down the stairs. You wanted to speak.
Stax is mopping. He puts the mop inside the bucket. Are you okay?
In what sense?
Hurt. Sense. Are you
Physically?
okay? Yes.
Yes, I was in Kynel's healing circle, as you should have been. afraid for me?
And if I am,
I thought I sensed that in the
Shut up.
catacombs.
I know you can sense that. I've made it fairly obvious. I'm not one to hide such things, but my actions led directly to you being hurt. So I say again, are you okay?
I'm fine. And I will remind you that my actions got us all in a fight which got us all hurt.
I was fine with that. I was fine with well, we all made it out.
Yes, we did. And you did a good job of protecting us. In and out.
There were only two of us there. The other two just happened to show up at the end. You stayed when you shouldn't have stayed, though.
What was I to do? To leave you? To death?
Yes.
I think I've made it very clear that death is not something I desire.
For yourself.
For anyone.
You should have left.
Are you trying to tell me what to do now?
I'll say something to you that I didn't say to Brim. I've been finding myself getting more and more angry. That is not a thing that I normally feel. You getting hurt makes me very angry. And I would much prefer it if you didn't do that.
If we are to take part upon this journey, I'm going to get hurt again.
And I will endeavor to make sure that doesn't happen. So when I ask you, please, please, leave me. Do it so you don't get hurt. Because I can endure it.
Stax, you know now what I am and who I am and what I grew up doing. I was a princess, the heir to a throne. Do you know how often I heard that? To leave those behind who would protect me. At the time, I was not powerful enough to do anything about it. And now I am. So though I will not put myself in unneeded danger, because I do not wish to harm myself any more than you wish me harmed, I can't promise you that I will not stay and help. Because I am quite powerful. And though I might not be able to take a punch, I can definitely deal some damage.
This is the rare occasion where I don't know if I'm strong enough. But if it's what you want, it's what I'll do.
And you promised me that you would protect me. I believed you, and I believe it now. I believe you are strong enough. And though sometimes one falters, that does not mean they have failed. It is another opportunity for them to succeed in the future. I will not let you die, and you will not let me die. Besides, who says I don't like a little bit of pain?
Stax flicks you in the shoulder.
She lets out that laugh.
Careful. People are going to start talking about us like they do Tempest and Brim.
God, I hope not.
Right? Let's never be them. You get that I do fancy you, though, right?
Yeah. Sorry, my thought was like, what are we?
What are we?
But what are we, though? Like, no, I understand that. I am less focused on passion than you.
I'm aware. Doesn't bother me. Which it should. Which is telling. You're passionate about fear. I don't know, this is something about you, Mare.
That too. That's my real name.
Which do you prefer?
Meh.
I'm
One more
Say
time.
that one more time because your thing cut out.
yeah, everything slowed down for me too. Yes. He said, which do you prefer?
Meh. Or the little nightmare.
My real name is Marion.
Hmm.
Call me Stax.
And I will.
Unless you prefer to whisper the other one. I don't know. What was
Don't
it?
push it.
You see, he goes to make another joke and keeps himself from doing it. Your fear and I'm passion. Come on now. Leave me a little bit of wiggle room.
I do.
Oh, I'm aware. And I appreciate it. Meh.
Is there anything else?
Just one thing. He gives you a kiss on the forehead. And then immediately passes out from the pain.
She pulls up the mask, puts it on top of her head. I guess you're not totally unappealing. She pats your shoulder, pulls the mask back down, and walks out.
That's the noise he makes as he passes out.
The best.
Not really.
That is the best way for Mare to address that. That's fantastic.
I guess you're not
I love it.
totally not attractive.
So fucking
I don't know. The world is coming to an
perfect.
end. There are other things she's thinking about, okay? There's a lot going on right now.
Fair.
Plus, he said he's
Valid.
not into Shibari. I don't know if this is going to work.
He did. What are we?
That's a different conversation.
I think Mare leaves the below deck. I know you guys are probably talking. Oh, you know what? No. What she does when he passes out, she grabs him by his by the buckle, like his belt, and starts slowly dragging him into the healing circle. And then just leaves him in there.
Amazing.
It's
Well,
like 2 inches
Stacks,
at a time.
take your 1 hit point of healing.
2.
Oh, sorry. Take your
hit
2
points
hit
of
points of
healing.
healing.
I sure hope that just sits there forever. Is that? I don't think there's a time limit on it, but it's just still there.
You know what? I'm fine. Typically, like, I could spend fears to like end effects and stuff.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. It's fine. It's staying. We're good.
I will say the rib reset is now actually reset. The cracked rib.
You put it in an even worse place. It's a good thing.
I probably did by dragging it.
You're welcome.
I would say it's probably not the first time he's had to reset some bones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see that X-ray. I don't want to see that. Those ribs are fucking everywhere, man.
Being in the healing circle probably put them all where they're supposed to be, and it probably eventually wakes him up. Just like, ugh.
Oh my god, I can breathe so
Whoa.
well now.
I suddenly gained
I
like
can turn my
extra
head.
stats. Like I gained extra stats because
I can breathe out
Cujo.
both of my nostrils now.
Stack, self-care is very important.
normally
So-
he doesn't lose that badly. But yes, go on, Cujo.
Brim and Kynell, I believe you also had a conversation you wish to have as well. Is that correct?
Sure, it doesn't have to be long. If it wants to be a brief therapy session, I guess, if we will.
The floor is yours.
I think it's as Mare would leave the room and door closed behind to go talk with Stacks. Brim, which god can I speak to about being more nourishing?
I don't
Nurturing.
know. The Pantheon was not sort of my specialty.
I see. Do you have access to that knowledge?
My mother's would and others at the conservatory, probably.
Okay. Then perhaps we'll reach out and see if we can get that sorted out. I'd like to reach out to a deity and begin worshiping so I can have feelings again. Mostly on the positive side.
Well, when I worked at the monastery, there was a lot of people who came, and in place of healing, they put religion and worship in those spots. And in actual reality, what they ended up founding was more so a dependency rather than a relationship in order to grow and heal.
I see. Although I do find religion to be barbaric, I more just want the power that would come with it.
A lot of people do. However, I think in this regard, what you were searching for is power is not the right word.
What word would you use?
Guidance.
I like guidance. Guidance is helpful.
The monastery was built on a cliffside next to a lighthouse. So, a lot of sailors were initially the ones who came there.
I see. And is that on this continent or another?
Another, where I hail
understand.
from.
Do you intend to go back there post our shard-related mission?
That wasn't my intention, but it seems, well, depending on what happens when we arrive at the hammer, that I may end up having to go back there to help everyone else.
Well, if we must go back there, I wish to accompany you. Therefore, I can check out the monastery and find some of this guidance. And if not, if you write down the address, I'll go myself.
Guidance. I say all that to say you're searching for something,
Correct.
and the answer isn't something that's concrete.
That's difficult for me to understand. I like when things are concrete.
Most of us do, believe it or not. A lot of us like to believe that we enjoy the complexities of life and how complicated it may be. But we do crave simplicity and often view things in binary.
I do that very often.
Yes.
So that if you had your personal stance here on what I should do moving forward. Sorry, there's a kitten on the screen. It's adorable. What do you suggest I do as Kynell in order to better myself?
I think you should stop viewing it in the lens of betterment, improvement. If you prefer an analogy to help paint the portrait, consider yourself as one of those sailors. You're searching for this lighthouse in the distance of a raging sea. The sea's emotions. You don't understand the current or the tide. And you can't feel its temperature anymore. But to understand it, you have to be at peace with it. And flow upon it in order to let it guide you towards your destination. I would start with focusing on the feelings that you have felt. When we were at the ball, there was a frantic nature about you, something that made you anxious, possibly scared or angry, irritable. Start there, retrace those steps in those emotions. Carve out into your heart what those felt like.
May I attempt an exercise in explaining to you my past?
Of course.
I was created in a laboratory by Reese Vargas. He is essentially what would be my father. He labeled me as Verdant Unit 01. I was the initial model of a fleet of Woodkin, well, now Woodkin, but at the time metal, intended to protect the wild. But my interface and software wasn't powerful enough, so they went on to the next model. In doing so, I was handed off to Talia, who would ultimately be my grandmother and the woman I would take care of. And she also tried to teach me about taking care of myself and finding emotions, but it all seemed primitive and was not how I was constructed. And one evening, when I was put into rest mode, everything disappeared. I woke up surrounded by charred walls and a dilapidated building that was no longer there. At the masquerade, I remembered seeing all of this. It's when I started to feel the burning of those walls, the heat against my wooden skin, and the fear of not knowing that Talia is still alive. I believe that's what pressed me forward that evening. And as I stand here now, I still wish to find out if she is okay. And mechanically, technically, I know that I fear for her life. Physically, I can't find that fear. I don't know how to make myself feel that way. And I feel computing that fear feels inadequate. And if I can find the way to surpass what is just ones and zeros, creating that fear, and actually feel that fear yet again, I'll find what it means to feel everything else.
Sensory allocation.
Sensory allocation.
Apply feeling to sensory. You described that moment, that anxiety, that fear with warmth.
And I think he'll touch his hand on the top of yours and then start to apply heat and summon flame.
This presence. On the surface, you know it to be heat. Now, apply it. The ones and zeros. These are translating to fear, to anger. You are trapped in a burning sarcophagus, waking up alone, desolate.
And then the flame starts to go cold, mimicking that feeling of when you woke up.
Start there.
I think as you attempt that the first time, you see this almost shuffling of the wood texture on Kanel's hand as he's almost trying to build a body that can feel that warmth and that coldness. And I don't think he quite nails it this time. Says, Brim, I appreciate your help. I'm going to sit on this for a while. This is going to sound peculiar. Would you attempt to light me on fire again in the future?
I'm not quite sure if you're ready for sensory exposure, but I will keep it in mind.
Thank you. I appreciate your warmth, both emotionally and physically. Do you wish to hug it out?
I mean, we can, sure.
Please. It's the stiff T-pose as his arms slide up.
As he is now about the same size as you, when he is normally much smaller.
Thank you.
Bring it in. Yeah.
This is nice.
All right.
Puts his curtain shawl back on.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
if
gonna
I
go
may.
to bed. Yes.
Please, by all means, go to bed. Do you feel ashamed in this form?
Not ashamed, but I think it's probably alarming. There are other tiefling, that don't exist. There are other infernal on board as well, but even they don't possess my visage. It may be off-putting to some.
Well, my entire being appears off-putting to many, and I just walk around being myself. I feel as though you're figuring out how to revert from this more demonic form. I think you should just go with it. Plus, I think the Shaw takes away from your natural facial beauty.
Thank you. It has spikes now.
They're very badass. I heard Stack say that.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
But what makes you comfortable? Please, get some sleep.
All right. Over the next day and a half, the shard does not communicate. It respects that communicating in such a way is not achieving the desired effect. So the shard remains silent. You all make landfall and begin your trek northward. The horizon starts to change as the temperature starts to drop. Instead of grass, you are seeing pockets of snow become more and more prevalent. You are feeling the chill continue to seep into your clothes and into your skin and into your being as this travel continues ever northward. There's no path at this point to follow. You are searching for a destination in which many avoid. Until eventually, as you come to the frozen line in the far north, you can see, nestled amongst the mountains, a collection of dark stone buildings, each blanketed with a thick bit of snow. As you continue your approach, it is here that there is a voice on the wind. Not the shard. Not something immediately visible. But you do hear. And as you slowly turn in the far distance, in the direction from where you came, is an individual, a small, almost gnomish-like creature that you have encountered, well, one of you has encountered once before. A creature calling themselves Greed. And it is here that we are going to end tonight's episode. So, to our wonderful viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. We love seeing an active chat, so thank you guys for showing the love. It is always thoroughly appreciated. Before we sign off for the evening, I want to give the floor to our incredible casts. Let them know who you are, let them know where we can find you and what you got coming up and how we can support you. We're going to start with Daryl.
Hello. I have been Stacks. I played your Juggernaut Brawler, who was, I guess, having a crisis of identity in a way. You can find me all over the internet at Mr. Dorsey. Tomorrow, you can find me on Another World Tabletop World, where we will be doing a question asking portion of our campaign, because our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle has ended, but we have made a Google Doc for people to submit their questions, and if you want it, you can find it on Threads and I'll reshare it, or it's already there. I believe I've already shared it everywhere I can, but that's where you can find me. As far as what I'm doing in the future, like 15 different shows here on Crit Hit. They'll never get rid of me.
Number just keeps going up.
Yeah, the number will. I'm doing like 50 shows on Crit Hit. Like, 100 shows on Crit Hit forever. As far as replay stuff, find me on fucking Hack Recklessly with LB. Is it on the YouTube? Is it on YouTube now?
Yeah.
The one shot we did? Yes.
Yeah.
Find it on Hack Recklessly's YouTube channel, where I play Detective Tap, just vehemently trying to get all of these survivors out, as we did, because we did a Dead by Daylight one shot. It was incredibly fun. I love playing in horror games because I get to be the black guy in a horror situation where I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna leave.
I
For the
almost
most
killed
part. You did. And that's because I was trying to save everybody else. You almost got me, and I shouldn't have survived. But you did it. As for anything else, and as far as updates, find me on that social media that I just said. And now I'm going to toss it over to LB, because I was just talking about you. and your
Hi,
channel.
it's me. I'm LB. You can find me at LB Hackmup or on Instagram on Blue Sky or on Hack Recklessly here on Twitch or on YouTube, where you can find that one shot and all the other fun stuff that we do. We are currently doing a Cyberpunk game on Sundays in the Sprawl. We are stealing a script from the Cyberpunk Fast and Furious franchise, and we are sowing dissent within the ranks. The writers are fighting with the producers and the director. It's great. It's super fun. And this week, I get to blow up shit as a demolitionist. I am very excited about that. And then after that, we will be doing a one shot of Fallout on the channel. Daniel is going to be there for that one. Gets to join us in the 313, which will be a lot of fun. We'll have Indoor Adventure, Ian, ya boy Big, and Bard's Tavern, who are, it's just going to be a fun, we haven't played Fallout before, or new setting, new creatures, new exciting adventures. So join us for that. And yeah, I don't have a ton going on. Ren and I are going to start a game on Friday. I think we're doing the Cthulhu game. So if you like spooky horrors, we're not Call of Cthulhu, but the Adventures in the Abyss, I believe it's called. But that'll be fun. And that's all I have to say. So I'm going to throw it to Dan. No, did I throw it to Danny earlier? Daniel.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Daniel K. Hargrove, also known as Daniel the DM. Listen, youtube.com/Daniel the DM. I got a podcast with Cujo, a Final Fantasy podcast. Check it out. We just premiered the first episode on YouTube, but we did it live on Twitch. And today, I also have the VOD is currently up on there, where I reviewed the new class in Daggerheart, the Summoner, and went through the update to the Blood Hunter. So 2 videos, 1 day, live stream, and this one. I've been super busy and I'm ready to go to bed. Danny, take it away.
Is me. Hey, everybody. I'm CG Danny B. You can find me all over the internet, talk about indie game news, reviews, whatever we choose. I'm still sick, so forgive me while I try not to cover the microphone. I was doing really well all night. Yeah, you can find me here on Thursday next week because we're back to our regular scheduled program. As far as dice rolling, hey, August is looking fun. Maybe I'll be on Folk and Myth. That's all I can say right now, I think. I'm pretty sure that's it. Other than that, nothing planned to announce. So, hey, if you need me to roll some dice, let me know. Hey, podcast on hiatus, that's a thing.
Slap Squad. I forgot about Slap Squad.
Correct. Yep. And then Saturday night is a scheduled Slap Squad. Have the developers gotten back to me with keys? Absolutely not. Will we have to pivot? We'll find out tomorrow, and LB and I figured that out. So who knows? But yeah, good times. That's it. Cujo.
Hello, I am Cujo. I've been your chronicler for this evening. You can find me all over the places at the Cujo Plays Games, or you can follow Crit Hit Chronicles for official show announcements, updates, that sort of thing. I'm just now realizing that I was streaming to YouTube. It didn't change over the stream title, so it's Daggerheart, or it's Bitten again, I guess. Anyway, moving on. Stream schedule. Monday, we are returning with Destiny's Path, Triumph of the Tusk. We had some tech issues this last week, so if you're into Pathfinder, tune in for that. Why does it do that? Curious. Every time I try to do my sign off, the captions are like trying to, I don't understand. Anyway, there it goes. Tuesdays, you can catch us for Bitten. Last episode was super fun, and many things happened, and it was great. You should tune in for that. We are off on Thursday. We're returning to Thursday for what is going to be our finale for our first chapter of Sagas of Anima. So tune in next Thursday as we conclude this first arc of this collaboratively built setting. And then Friday, you can catch us for Shadows Over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel to the award-winning video game, Baldur's Gate 3. If you're a fan of my voice and want to hear me swear a bunch, go check out The Road to Hell, a Hunter the Reckoning Chronicle podcast by Messy Crit Productions. It is award-winning, and it actually just wrapped its first season last week, and I'm still getting blown up about the ending. So there's that. And then also, just to reiterate what Daniel said, check out Materia Hunters, our the brand new podcast that Daniel. Oh my god, I love talking about Final Fantasy, and getting to talk about Final Fantasy with another Final Fantasy head like Daniel is a gift. So thank you for having me be a part of that. I am gonna have so much fun with it. But lastly, if you're gonna be at Gen Con and you want to roll some dice, I'm running some VIP games. You can come and play some Tales of the Valiant with me as we delve into the systems vampire dark fantasy book with an adventure from their Night Hunters book coming out soon. So definitely check out Gen Con tickets if you haven't already. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get a raid set up for Legends of Avantris. It looks like they are playing some TTRPGs as well, so we want to show them some love. But in the meantime, we love you. Indigestion. We love you. We appreciate you. Please be nice to each other. We'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.